like, and then it was so like surprised because he was playing in Real Madrid. I was playing in Turkey, and then like I was always seeing like comment about us, Usman, me, because we were in the same position, And then I trade first to Houston, and then he came to Houston. It was like surprised me, And then he's my brother. He's from Europe, and then we know each other. We play each other. We play each other against too much, and he's my brother in the team. We're so close to each other.
How big good is it for you guys from the Rockets? There's like four or five of you here to get a break from the season, just get away, have fun playing ball instead of
I'm
everything
really
else.
happy like Tari is coming too. We have four right now here with the KJ, and I told him, I literally told him when we learned who's going to Rising Star. I literally told him because he's doing great season right now, and then I told him be ready all the time because you don't know what's gonna be happen. Some players can be injured or something like sick, anything. And then I texted him yesterday when I learned he's coming. I said, what I told you, and then he said, yeah, he's happy. I'm happy he's coming too.
Is it good for you guys to get a break?
Of course, of course. Everyone needs to break because we're playing a lot of games, like every 2 days, like back to backs. I think like everyone needs to clear mind, rest a little bit, and then go back to the job.
Your playing style needs itself to some highlights, some creative things. Do you want to put on a little bit of a show, not just get the basket, but do something tonight? Showcases those kinds of things?
Like I said, I never like thinking on my next position. So it's natural. If something happen, if I feel it, I'm gonna do it. But I'm not gonna like I have to do this. I have to do this. So if it's if it's happening, I'm gonna do it.
It shows how much support I've been getting all year. I'm just grateful to be here and happy to represent you guys. So yeah.
There was back at the draft. I remember they showed you a little picture of little AJ and said, "Well,
Uh
look
huh.
at the stage himself right now." At
Yeah.
the start of the season, you were saying he'd be proud. Kind of now being here in Rising Stars, what do you think you say to that little guy now?
Um, that just make your dreams come true. Just be able to say like, I'm reaching these accomplishments early on in my career. I think it just shows how the blueprint and the hard work you've been putting in, just to continue to stay the course. So yeah.
Obviously, I know you probably wanted another teammate out here, but what's it like to represent Atlanta and the Hawks here?
Oh man, it's an honor, to be able to, just be out here representing Atlanta. I think, just, being the only one out here, I think is, just, I guess a unique experience. But I think, just be able to have that, honor to, represent you guys is, it's definitely cool. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Uh-huh. Man, I've seen a lot of poise early on. I think as a rookie coming in this league, I think that's not, the easiest thing, just to be able to show that poise. And I think, when we played them, he showed, a lot of aggressiveness, in his game, with driving and, making strong plays, And I think that just comes, with, just that mentality, Not everyone has it, so I think, that's one thing that, popped out to me. No problem.
I mean, my name's literally Walker, so that's who I am. But I feel like I run a good bit too. But I mean, I can't change my name, so I'm Walker. That's a good. I've never heard that kind of question, man. Man called out my identity. It's crazy. Oh man. Wild. Yeah, walk around and stuff. Makes sense, man. Oh yeah, no, you know me and media, man. I don't mind. Just having conversations, man. Had a banana, had a Cliff Bar, man. I'm energized, ready to go. So, a lot of it is limited just because of my contract and stuff, but I didn't go as many hikes as I wanted to, and I definitely want to do that more in the summertime. And then, I used to ski growing up, so I've been to Park City a couple times. Obviously, can't do that, which stinks. But yeah, definitely hiking. Maybe some, go find like a lake or kayak or something like that. But, Utah's such a beautiful place, so I definitely want to explore a little bit.
In the league. So I feel like I've seen a couple of dunks that he's going to do already. So I feel like y'all are going to be pretty surprised at what he's going to do tomorrow night.
You think he can save the dunk contest?
I think he can because I think he's he's like 6'10", but he jumps out. He got I think got like a 50-inch vertical. So I feel like just what I see from him tomorrow is going to be pretty special.
You see him doing something in the practice that I think that really can make it.
Yeah, he got like 2 dunks that it'll probably get people out their seats for sure.
All right, excited for it.
Yeah, thank you.
So far in your time in the league, is there, what's the most memorable piece of trash talk?
Memorable piece of trash talk? I would have to say whenever we're some of the guys are talking on the bench, like we're on the bench and somebody whoever's in the on the court, they'll turn around like mid free throw and just be like tell us to cuss us out or something like that. But I haven't heard too much crazy stuff. But those are like the funny ones that they just stop mid play and just start talking trash. That's funny though. Thank you.
I had a hard time guarding him for sure. Yeah. No, I'm not that type of player, I guess. I wasn't really highly touted or hyped or anything like that, but honestly, I don't mind that much. I think people appreciate the way I play, and as you can see, I got some recognition already for the work that I put in, the work that people put in with me. So I'm really happy with that.
And were there any other mixtapes from guys that you maybe watched coming up or that you were inspired by?
I watch them for entertainment more so than learning stuff, since all that dunking and quick handles and stuff like that. Like I said, that's not necessarily how I grew up playing. But I think everybody knows that John Wall mixtape. I'll just say that probably. Yeah.
Franz, there was a moment during this year that it looked like all the point guards for the Magic were injured.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see yourself as a point guard in the future?
I'm not sure. I think my biggest strength is that I'm very versatile and can fill in spots wherever needed. That was a big learning experience for me though, the start of the season. So I'm really happy that I got to do that. I got to experience that a little bit and know how hard it is to run a team and make sure everybody's in the right spot. So it was a cool experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a lot of things going on. I didn't address anything I didn't want to, but the guys in the locker room know the type of kid that I am. We just was laughing at a lot of those tweets and stuff like that. I feel like the outside was just running whatever they wanted to run with. Whether it was me and Molly or da-da-da. But if you see me and Molly, you'll see us laughing on the bench and that's just not just for act. We literally laugh in the locker room and stuff like that. So it was just a lot going on through the media that people just didn't see. They was looking from the outside in and just didn't know what's going on. But that's just something I feel like I didn't have to address, but once it kept blowing up, I'm like, bro, they just making something out of nothing. Like it ain't even something that serious. Like me and bro is cool, they trying to make this. Oh, he's beefing with Molly. No, that's not the case. That's my guy, But a lot of people just running with all these narratives and stuff like that, and just look crazy. Yeah. Yeah, of course. And me and MPJ had a long talk on the plane. A long talk, man. They just like, man, I wish we can make it better. I want you here, stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of the players, they can vouch for me, and they can, you can ask them how they feel about me and stuff like that. So I feel like my character speaks for itself, and it just goes a long way. A lot of teammates just want me there. It's just something I just feel like it was the wrong time. I don't even know, bro. He catch me off guard. Yeah, no. My earliest childhood is me eating a lot of chocolate to Willy Wonka. I don't know. I just know I had these big bars of chocolate, and I was just eating into Willy Wonka.
It is what it is. I definitely think it's changed basketball a little bit, especially it's more prevalent in like youth basketball because there are kids only playing for highlights, and there'd be times where I've watched a game and a guy has like 4 points, 5 points, and they'll have a mixtape right after, and it looks like they had 30, and it's just like, dog, come on now, like you cheating the game at that point. No problem. It's a big what if. You never know. Obviously, less games mean more rest time, more recovery. So obviously, you would think there'd be more quality of play. But at the end of the day, it's really just about, if guys want to. Like, that's the biggest thing. Whenever guys want to play, a lot of times the quality of play is going to be high because, you want to play, you want to be there. At the end of the day, it's a game that you love and you play for, your job. So definitely could be. For me, I'll say I definitely hit my rookie wall this year. I don't think I had one last year because I didn't play enough to qualify for a rookie wall. But this year around late December, early January was that time where I was like, wow, I'm really starting to feel it. It's definitely a lot. So it's tough, but at the end of the day, you just got to be mentally strong. No, definitely. It's a tough position to be in. And obviously, the league is very situation based. And, there's sometimes where you get the short end of the stick. And not necessarily saying it's fair, but a lot of times it's just what happens in the NBA. Billy's a great player. And, he's going to do great things. But it's just tough in the NBA. It really is. We got a lot of guys on our team that are really good, too. So, it's hard to find minutes for every single person on the team.
Yeah, I think it's just testament to hard work and just kind of, put my nose down and just trusting the grind, understanding that it's a marathon, not a race throughout this whole process. And just, I think even further through all that, just kind of growing up and you watch all the All-Star games and, I think I've been saying this whole time, I think last time I was even close to All-Star weekend I was probably 8. So, to be involved in an event and be around here is really cool and kind of a surreal experience. So it's been cool. Yeah, it's extremely, extremely awesome and definitely a blessing. Like you said, it's 3 of us in these events, so it's really cool, kind of surreal. And I'm really happy that I'm, obviously going through it with 2 other players, so I don't feel lonely at all. So yeah, this is a really cool moment. I'm happy that we can, rep OKC. He was really quiet on the plane. I think they were playing cards, and I was definitely asleep on the plane, so I feel like you got to ask Josh when I'm on the plane, but I was definitely slumped for the whole flight.
It's cool to be a part of. I'm blessed. Oh yeah. I still watch college. I mostly only watch my team in big games. So I watch Auburn and then if it's a big SEC matchup, I might tune in. But I'm still pretty tuned into it. And to pick, I'll say Auburn. I'm saying I can't say nobody else. Where you go? Yeah, I'll fill it out when the time comes. I'll definitely fill it out. Yeah. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think people attack me differently. I feel like people attack me because I was good. I don't think it was because of who my dad was. You know what I mean? So I think it was that. Just he could tell you what he's been through. You know what I'm saying? He's been through mostly everything I'm going through, like the draft process, rookie year, getting your feet wet in the league. So he just give me little cheat codes and tell me stuff he's been through to help me.
What was the moment that it hit you that, holy shit, I'm in the NBA now?
Right when my name was called, on draft day, that was a crazy day for me. I never forget it. You know what I mean? So when my name was called, it kind of really hit me. All my emotions let out, and that was the day.
On the same team, you got about 5 guys here now. Just have a break from the season.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah, just clear your mind, have some fun a little bit. Get away from the game. Enjoy this weekend. Go spend time with family. Just get away from the game a little bit. Relax your mind and just get ready to finish the last part of the season. He texted me. I didn't know until he texted me. So he was kind of bummed out he didn't get picked. So it's great that he got the opportunity to still come out here and play in the game and be a part of it. So I'm happy for him.
I'm good. How are you? Yeah. It was great. It was fun. It was busy, but I think the whole experience was great. We had a lot of fun. The fans were great. The hospitality was great, so it was good. Thank you. What's up? How we doing? You good? Yes, sir. Yeah. I woke up at like 6. Had to do it at 6:30. We just did a bunch of different colors, just trying out different stuff. So yeah. It's like kind of wavy, waves, different colors. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to do this by myself for sure. Yep. Exactly. Had to pack and everything, but yeah. Just ideas, looking through different hairstyles and something my hairstylist was saying to do, so why not? Yeah, I mean it's been ups and downs, but I think overall they've been pretty good, especially recently. They're doing well, and I think the only way is up. And every type of season there's going to be ups and downs. So I think they're finding their way, their rhythm, and they have a great team, great guards, great bigs, great forwards. So I'm really excited for them. For sure. No, 100%. I think they would have gone back to back if everyone stayed. But no, that team was scary for sure. Yeah, I personally think he deserved it. It is what it is in the end of the day, but you've seen it. I think everyone's seen it. He's been doing really extremely well in the past, month or so. So I mean, it's something he can't control. It's something we can't control, but he's still getting the recognition that he deserves. So it's unfortunate that he's not here, but it is what it is in the end of the day. Yeah, I think he's always had that. I think he's always been that type of player. It's just, opportunity and, with timing, being more confident. And, you see it. When he's getting into his spots, he doesn't look rushed. He's calculated. He knows what he's doing. So I think it's, extremely impressive. And I'm learning from him too. So. Dang. The draft, yeah. It was probably like, I think it might be the Alamodome game. Just, seeing how many people came out. Of course, playing the Warriors, who are, the defending champions. Playing, Curry, all them players, Draymond. I think definitely that game was like, oh snap, like this is the NBA, like it was crazy. How many? It was like 70,000 people. It was something like that. Yeah, exactly. So that was definitely like a moment where I was like, dang, it's 68. Yeah, it's crazy.
By far, I think, in my opinion. Nowhere near him. I mean, maybe in our, we've got a pretty drippy team ourselves, so maybe top 3 or 4 in our team. In the league, I couldn't tell you. Top what? You tell me what I am. Top 5? It's aggressive, but I'll take it. I mean, hopefully one day I could cement myself in there. Yeah, it's special. I mean, any chance you have to be a part of All-Star Weekend, it's obviously an awesome opportunity. As a kid, you grow up watching events like this, so to be able to be here for the 2nd year in a row is very special to me. It's not something I take for granted, so very honored to be able to represent, my team and my city, and, hopefully we make them proud this weekend. No, definitely. That's one of the most exciting things, to have the support, of a country that's, on the other side of the world, and feel the love so passionately from here is awesome. And you feel it, all throughout the season. So it's great. I know how much they love their hoops and their NBA, so to have the support of such a big basketball fan base is awesome. A big thank you. I mean, it's definitely hard, when I was a kid in Australia to catch NBA games, but the support and the dedication they showed to not just me, but all the Australian guys in the league, we really appreciate it. We might not show it as much as we should, but it doesn't go unnoticed, and, we love you guys for all that support. Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, obviously, Shea in the All-Star game is something that he's obviously deserved for a while now, and we're glad he's got that, recognition. Me and Dub representing the team in the Rising Star game is also, a great accomplishment. So, very happy. It's exciting that OKC's well represented here this weekend, and hopefully, this is just the beginning. Hopefully, for years to come, we've got guys coming to this, this weekend, and it's definitely exciting for OKC. I would say it's kind of like street ball. I'd say it's like a pickup game. It's not really, guys aren't going too hard out there, but at the same time, guys are trying to win. So it can get competitive, especially, with the target score. Guys are trying to get after it and, get the championship. So it's a fun game. It's fun to meet the new guys from other teams, have new teammates for that day, have a, all-star NBA coach. So it's definitely going to be a fun time. He's great. J-Dub's great as a travel partner. He usually sleeps, puts his headphones on and goes to sleep. So he's quiet on the flight. But he's definitely a lot of fun to be around. It's great to have, another guy in the same position as me in the Rising Star game that we can, connect on that level with. So it's great having him here. Oh, man. That's a good question. I'm sure there is, but nothing's coming to the top of my head. But he's a character. I mean, he makes guys laugh, so he's a funny guy. I am looking forward to it. Great player. I mean, obviously didn't know a lot about him, prior to the draft, but we played against San Antonio in the preseason, and big-bodied 4. He's obviously shooting's coming along now. So when he starts to develop that, at a consistent rate, I think he's going to be a very, very talented player in this league. Defends, multiple positions, rebounds the ball, pushes the pace. So very talented guy, and I'm looking forward to playing with him tomorrow night. A little bit, actually. I went.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like my first year, I kind of noticed it a little more with all overseas and a lot of different countries definitely supporting us. And then coming in to this 2nd year, I feel like I've definitely noticed more and more people coming in. So, I mean, it's amazing that this game is definitely worldwide and getting bigger every day. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I've always been conscious of that since I've been getting better and better at the game. So I know my influence, and I just try to be the best person I can be.
You understand how it's going to be difficult to travel, right? Because you keep playing well, and you guys are now contender status. That being a stranger outside the U.S. is going to be tough for you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to hide places. I'm pretty tall already, so I kind of understand that.
Yeah, so when you visit the Philippines, hit the beach, it's going to be a good problem to have, and everyone wants a selfie and gets it on camera.
Yeah, for sure. Earliest childhood memory. Maybe playing basketball with like my dad and brother and mom, like at this rec league when I was super young. I don't even know at that point. I just remember playing like little glimpses of it playing. So type of bottled water. Um, I like I like Essentia a lot. That one I like that one a lot. I'm super excited. I played last year, and this is my second year coming back. So I'm super excited to go out there and just have fun. Difference is I just kind of know the process now a little bit more, and I mean it's the same thing though. I still want to just come out, have fun, and just enjoy the All-Star break. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the biggest differences. Being at home was definitely a lot different because, I mean, I got to stay in my own place and I knew the city already. Now out here, I don't know the city as much and stuff like that, so I'm just going with the flow and just enjoying it. I mean, I don't really have a preference. I feel like both are good. I like both experiences because I like traveling a lot and learning new places, and it's just a different environment. Um, Maybe hometown, LA. That would be fun spot.
What would you say is the biggest difference between playing defense in college and playing defense in the NBA?
Biggest difference is probably the spacing. In the NBA, there's a lot more space on the floor and stuff like that. So spacing, and then different rules as well. There's defense of 3 seconds, and you can't just stay in the paint and stuff like that. So that's probably the biggest difference.
How about defending the pick and roll?
There's probably more eyes on you among the G League players, maybe of all the rising stars. How do you feel about that? That tonight there will be so many people wanting to see your game and get opinions of it.
I'm glad. Shoot, it's a great position to be in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here to embrace that, and I'm gonna stay confident throughout the process, and I'm gonna enjoy myself as well. So I'm ready.
Do you feel like you need to prove yourself either now, summer league, or your season starts next year, that you're a guy who has to prove why you're so famous and so on?
I don't think it's about like proving myself. I think it's just going out there and doing my job every single time down the court. Every single time I'm on the court, just give it up, give it my all. Oh, that's pretty good. Especially like overtime wise, and it makes it really competitive. The teams are locking up on defense, and it just makes it way more fun. I think. It's, I think the strategy just amplifies. Whether it was the defensive mechanism and the scouting report, I think it just doubles, especially going to like target score 7 or 14 or whatever it is.
You already competed, but what is the skill that defines you most as a player?
The skill that defines me, I think it's just my confidence and how I carry myself, really. And I don't think you'll ever see me doubting myself at all. So I think that stands out.
On the subject then of confidence, do you view yourself as someone who should still be considered to go first?
Yes, I always view myself as that.
You're a competitive guy. How do you feel about when you see Oh yeah, Victor goes first. That's assumed.
Mm-hmm.
How do you react to that when you see it?
Should I just keep swiping? Yeah, if I see it on the internet, I just keep swiping. I keep going. I don't be pressed over like what other people's opinions are. Really, I just control what I control, and that's working out and giving them my all when I work out, and then producing on the court.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna get a bucket. It's it's just 100% like I'm just gonna score the ball. Just go out there and do my thing.
Anyway, my last thing, because in Salt Lake City was the first time you represented Memphis, right?
Mhm.
In the summer league. Does it feel cool to be back in the city for your first Rising Star All-Star weekend?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool, because we did summer league out here. I had a great, 2 games, and just I guess Utah is just a great place for me, and I'm just do my thing, out there on the court. Yeah, I talk to John and Jaren, all the time, and just when the time come with us playing together, it'll happen. Yeah. Obviously my boy Ja, should be in the slam dunk, but another player I say is. I don't know. I can't really think of one out of my mind. Got the best dunk on my team. Well, yeah. I feel like I'm a part of the NBA. I just when my time come to get on the court and play with them guys, it'll happen. I mean, who knows? You never know. I'll say it's pretty cool. We did it in Las Vegas at the showcase, and the target score, pretty cool because teams can be cold or teams can be hot. It can go many different ways at the final.
A lot of ball handling, ISO work, stuff that just is going to change from the college to the NBA game. He really just gave me a lot of just tidbits off the court too that just took my game to the next level. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the draft process is a grueling process, so you got to kind of get your body in shape for that. So he was definitely doing 2 a days, working hard, trying to get in shape. We just do regular personal workouts. I mean, we have a workout in the morning, we have a weight workout, treatment, and I'll come back at night. We have another 2-hour workout. Shoot, just get shots up.
Somebody who got bounced. Sims from New York, he got bounced. I think he already in it though, but yeah, he got bounced. So I feel like he's gonna be the one to kind of come away with it.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
What was your first ever celebrity crush?
Aaliyah.
And what is your first ever memory in life?
First ever memory in life? That's a good question. Man, first ever memory in life is probably learning how to tie my shoes.
No, like the bunny through the rabbit hole, did you learn it that way?
No, it wasn't clean. It was just a big knot.
And which decade has the best genre of music?
I say early 2000s. Early 2000s. Karaoke song? I'll probably say Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill.
You're a big Meek guy?
Yeah, you can say that. I like Meek. Yeah, you can say that.
Thank you, Jalen.
Thank you.
In that team, many young players, one of the veterans spoke out for Donovan. How important is he for your growth and your experience in the NBA?
Yeah, Bogey's been huge. Just a great veteran, a great player, and somebody who I've learned from just on how to be a pro. He's played this game for, I think, over 10 years, and he's been good at it. So, I mean, Bogey has been great for our team and our growth.
And what do you prefer, dunk or three-pointer?
A dunk. Yeah.
First of all, didn't
I have been in Brazil. I've been to Belém, a couple years ago for the FIBA, and I played with the USA team. Yeah, I did. It was a great time. Hot. It was hot. I didn't. I just ate a lot of the food. I like the food and the culture. I went to a couple like I think it was like a fish market. I went over there and seen that, and I seen kind of like what the culture was like, and I had a great time.
Where you live at now, Queens, Napoli's. Look it up. It's really good. I like a mushroom slice. I'm a little different. I love mushroom slice on my pizza, and it's really good. Yeah. Ooh, childhood memory. I think I want to say my 13th birthday. You know. Nah, I don't remember a lot of them. I had so much fun when I was growing up. My parents did so much fun things with me. I can't remember one thing. No problem. Who? Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think he was trying to do my move. I think he just forgot. You know, he was in the game. But you know, Jay Hart, he's cool, man. He's really cool people. My first time. Well, this is my second day, so I guess this is it right here. You know, it's just amazing. You know, walking in and so many great players around here. Obviously, you see, and you know, just to be part of this and to just talk about this a lifetime and people that's in the locker room. You know, I'm trying to make the best memory out of this. Definitely, my most memory that I could really remember that's back in my head right now is the Kobe and LeBron. You know, it was definitely different. Those are one of the two best plays ever, and I remember that like yesterday. JV, my big man, he's good, man. He's a great human being. You know, he teaches me a lot. You know, he's been around the game for a long time, been around good guards, you know, Kyle Lowry and stuff like that. So, you know, he teach me what he like, and you know, he's learning from me, and you know, that's my big man. So, shout out to JV. Be myself, you know, go out there and be Jose. That's what they say to me. So, I'm gonna just do that. Yeah, I mean, I think one of every moments that I, you know, come out there and, you know, I be myself at the end of the game, I be like, holy shit, I'm in the NBA every time, you know. Obviously, when you know, 38, those high moments, you'd be like, wow, like, you know, you in the NBA, and then this right here is, like, I would lie to you, I say this was on my bucket list. It was never on my bucket list, never even on any list of mine growing up. And, you know, for me to even be here, so it's an amazing feeling.
Shout out to my friends in Brazil. I appreciate you guys supporting me since high school and continue to look forward to it. Just having fun. This is an experience that could be once in a lifetime. Just going out there having fun, putting on a show, and having fun with it. Mm-hmm. Do people think this is easy? I agree with that. I think that people assume a certain thing about me that since I've been to high-profile high school, my dad's high-profile, that I'm used to all this, but it's definitely still new to me. I'm definitely still getting used to it. Although I've been a part of a lot of this type of stuff, it's still different being as a player than, you know, a spectator. Mm-hmm.
How much of that is smart and like kind of understanding body angles and like stuff like that, and how big a part of your game do you think that is?
Just understanding angles.
And stuff like, especially around the basket.
Yeah, definitely being undersized. My dad kind of taught me a lot of tricks growing up about angles. He's old school, so he likes to use the backboard and stuff, so you kind of need angles for stuff like that. So growing up, I was always good at using my body, drawing contact, because I was always playing against bigger players, so it's definitely helped me today. Mm-hmm.
How important is it? Before going to the draft, being with the IGNIC team is means the world. You know, Ignite's a special program. It's different, and we got a good group of guys, so it's like no other.
Myself right.
A couple of the players picked you to win the dunk contest. How do you feel about that?
Oh man, I appreciate that. There's some amazing dunkers in the contest. Trey Murphy, Kenyon Martin, Jericho Sims, all of them are spectacular. So hopefully it's just a good show.
You said you got 2 dunks that nobody haven't seen before.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, we really worked hard in trying to find things that people haven't done. I would say just to pay attention to the slow-mo, just kind of watch, that this dunk hasn't been done before in the contest. So yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah, we've been practicing. We practiced last night. Been practicing at home with my friends, so we'll see how it goes. I didn't check it out. I'll have to. Maybe I could get some inspiration. Yeah, I'll check it out.
How's it been for you, man? You got signed.
No worries. I actually haven't spoken to him about his experience at All-Star, but yeah, I've spoken to him about his experience pre-draft. We have Daniel, obviously, who tells me a lot more than Dyson. Dyson kind of just, talks to me like a mate, but Daniel kind of keeps it real. So I kind of know a little bit about his experience, but yeah, I think Giddey as well. I probably spoke to Giddey a little bit more because he was kind of the first one to go through it, and I was more interested. I got most of my questions out on Giddey. But yeah, I have spoken to Dyson a little bit about it.
What have you made of how Dyson has gone in his coaching?
I think he's done real well. I think he's done great at carving out a little bit of a role for himself down there on a really good team. So I think that's something that's pretty impressive for a rookie to come in and be able to do in the NBA.
Somebody told Josh a minute ago that
It's a huge honor, getting to come out here for the first time. And just be able to represent the Magic, it's a big honor. Me and Franz, having 2 players in All-Star Weekend is, I think, something to be proud about. So, everyone's from the organization has just been showing us, a lot of love, sending us good luck. So it's a good thing. For sure. I think, as the seasons went on, our chemistry's gotten stronger. I think we're learning each other's games throughout the season, and we both see eye to eye on a lot of things, and we get along very well. So he's easy to play with. I wouldn't say we've had a lot of conversations about it, but I think it's just understood. I think we're focused on the season right now, and the games we have in front of us. That's usually what we talk about, but. I think we understand, we can be special down the road. So just, staying locked in, keeping, good contact, not only with just me and him, but, everyone else on the team. And building chemistry is very important. So, this offseason, trying to, get in the gym with each other and, just come closer as a group. Shoot, me and him competitors, so we're going to compete. He's going to be trying to get a dub. I'm going to be trying to get a dub. So, hopefully we do get to match up a little bit. That'll be fun. But, yeah, it's going to be fun out there. We're both going to try and win. I think it says a lot just from, the work we did early in the season or the first half of the season. We put on a lot of great performances. I think we've won a lot more games, and we're just, continuing to build. And I think us going first and second was an example of that. Phone, laptop, game console, start, bench, cut. Start my phone, benching my PS5, and I'm cutting the laptop. I just play 2K. 2K, man, those are the classics, but I'm playing Fortnite too. Just a little bit of GTA. At what? Anything? Yeah. We have 2K tournaments on the road. I'm usually one of the main guys winning, for sure.
Do everything on the floor. You got those next guys up they're really just starting to take over the league and being able to showcase their talents around the world. I feel like I'm a I'm a high energy guy. That's I can do a lot of different things. I'm very versatile. I feel like that's one of the new waves as well. Being versatile to be all over the floor, being able to guard 1 through 5, being able to just score in different ways, being able to get to the rim. Keep expanding my game to score in many different areas. But I feel like that guarding 1 through 5, being able to switch, playing versatile. One game I'm at the 5, one game I'm at the 1. Playing those different positions. I feel like that's the new wave of basketball. I don't really know the teams like that, but I already know our team. I feel like we got some dogs on our team, some guys that you can just see with their demeanor on the floor that they really just love to play basketball. They really love to compete. I feel like we have a mixture on our team. Some guys that's really good at defense, some guys really good at scoring. So I feel like we have a really good mixture on our team. Paul Gasol, he's a really talented player, high IQ, unselfish. He is able to score the ball. I was just thinking about that today when I woke up. I remember Kobe was my favorite player, and he played with Kobe. I used to play with him on 2K, NBA Live. He's amazing. Say it again.
What have you learned about your game in the NBA in the first week of games? How about yourself?
What have I learned? I don't really know. I feel like everything is it's just a constant development of just trying to get better, keep trying to work. I know where I'm able to score at. I feel like that's one of the main things, being able to go each and every night, being able to know where I can score at and place that into the game, insert that into the game, and just trying to be aggressive. No, I don't feel like they're playing me differently. There's not really an adjustment. It just depends on where I'm playing at throughout the game because, like I said, I'm a versatile player. I go all over the floor 1 through 5 certain times of the game. So it just depends on which game and how the game plan is going. Depends on how the game's going to go.
Scott, it goes without saying that there's
It's a blessing, you know, just to be able to be in this weekend, this atmosphere. And I can remember a couple years back, my mom took me to the All-Star game in Chicago, and I was, you know, watching, you know, young stars like Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson, you know, Luka, guys like that were in the Rising Stars, and you know, I always wanted to, you know, play in this event and, you know, have the opportunity to do that, and just very blessed, and, you know, to be able to represent my family and, you know, the Detroit Pistons organization, you know, everyone back home. You know, I'm just super blessed.
What are you looking forward to the most?
You know, just, you know, getting to, you know, play a game I love. You know, just being with everybody, the guys. You know, just, you know, having my family here to, you know, watch me compete, and you know, I got the Detroit Pistons organization here with me, and you know, with my teammate Jalen Duren, so got to bond with him, and you know, just enjoying All-Star Weekend.
The North Star is like the highest pinnacle of something, right? So who's your North Star of the WNBA?
Dang, bro, I can't single anybody out because I got I gotta go with my peeps, man. Arike, Sky, Kayla McBride, Natalie Achanwa, Jewel Lloyd, everybody, my peeps. Yeah, like I said, I always rock with them since I was a young kid. Got to, you know, be around them a lot, and, you know, got to work out with them. You know, just I built a great relationship with them when I was younger, and so I'm always rocking with them to the end, for real. It's so sweet, like, you know, to be able to, you know, as a young kid, you know, being able to be around, you know, their presence and, You don't see that too often. To have women role models. That's how I grew up. I had women role models, and I idolized them. Just seeing them compete every single day, work hard every single day, and I learned so much from them. So appreciate it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Great game. Great game. Yep. Just seeing a different side of it, seeing just a different part of the country, and being able to compete, against a good Bulls team, and kind of just enjoy that whole weekend. Have my family there, just bonding with my teammates, and just seeing a different atmosphere. It was really cool. You said what?
Je dois commencer par. Je pense que tout ce qu'il a dit, c'est vrai. Et chaque fois que je vais me saouler, je fais en sorte que je donne mon maximum à chaque fois et que je veux être le meilleur sur le terrain.
C'est quoi ton sentiment global d'être ici? C'est un peu un rêve d'être dans un week-end des étoiles?
Oui, bien sûr. C'est quelque chose que j'ai toujours rêvé d'être, All-Star Weekend. Et c'est ma première expérience d'être sur le terrain pendant que cela arrive. Et c'est vraiment comme mon premier visuel pour être dans le All-Star Game, dans le futur proche.
On a un objectif d'aller à l'événement principal dans un avenir assez rapproché.
Ouais.
Je parlais à Alejandro Asbani, en fond, il disait c'est sûr qu'il va être là,
Ouais.
dès l'an prochain.
Ouais, bien sûr. Je suis d'accord. Yeah. It was good. It was good. I feel like it was a big part of pretty much me learning new languages and stuff. I was able to learn Spanish, and then Walter Ruiz, Brazilian, he was cussing me out in Portuguese, so I kind of know a little bit of Portuguese. Yeah, for sure. I think it's one language I'm really looking forward to learning. I can ask you. I can say, "Como você tá?" Like, how you doing, right? Como você tá? Obrigado is thank you, right? Yeah. It's fun. It's really fun, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity. I feel like I've been working really hard to get to this moment. And I feel like it's really a blessing for me to be able to really showcase my talent. And really get a first taste of what All-Star Weekend is. For sure. It's really fun. He's like my little brother. We've been playing together for a little minute now, so I'm pretty glad he's on my team. For sure. Obviously it gives me a little boost, a little momentum, trying to play hard, and and obviously trying to make the All-Star game next year.
Benedict, other than the draft, when did it hit you this season that, holy shit, I'm in the NBA now?
Pretty much just playing against great players. Playing against KD, playing against Jason Tatum, me having to guard him, and a couple times, that was probably the moment where I realized, I was in the NBA.
A fun fact, when you were younger, did you have the jersey with the name of another player?
Nah, I grew up without having any jerseys and stuff. My sister, she was like my hero. So basically, I really started rocking her jersey. That was the only jersey I used to have.
Jersey of Mathurin, double hole, it's pretty popular right now.
Right.
You know that?
Yeah, I heard a little bit. I got some friends who tell me when they have games and stuff, people will be rocking my jersey. It's great. Top three? Top three, probably that I had to guard. Like Jason Tatum was one. Not really an older, but KD's up there too. And Donovan Mitchell. Yeah. Rookie lessons. See, my vets be calling me hard-headed on my team because I ain't trying to do the rookie task. This for Drew, my guy over there. But man, you get drafted to a team, you got some vets. You got to do the task. They keep asking me if I like extra butter. Trying to get popcorn in my car, but you just got to do your task.
Moi, je dirais que oui, bien sûr, je suis content. Je suis archi content de ce que j'ai fait. Et je trouve que c'est physiquement, mon physique il a changé depuis que je suis arrivé et que c'est pas on court plus de distance quoi, sur un terrain NBA qu'un terrain de FIBA. Et on n'a pas les mêmes règles quoi. Au début, c'était dur de s'habituer, mais après, on s'y fait quoi. Ses capacités athlétiques. Ce gars, c'est une fusée, c'est tout ce que tu peux décrire c'est un extraterrestre, le gars. Mais ouais, je pense que Wemby aussi, c'est un extraterrestre, on va dire. Mais ouais, c'est ses capacités athlétiques, comment il voit le jeu aussi. Parce que je pense qu'il a un des premiers pas rapides, le plus rapide que certains joueurs NBA déjà. Et c'est ça qui est impressionnant. Et il se met au niveau des joueurs NBA en G-League déjà, du coup c'est ça qui est impressionnant.
Cherish together, so.
Is this like a little bit of a reunion of your draft class? Seeing that all of your fellow cohorts are back out here, and if so, have you, anyone in particular you're looking forward to messing with this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys that are in the green room that are here now, so I feel like that's pretty cool when you look back on it, and that was like, 8 months ago or something like that, so it's pretty cool to see a lot of guys and a lot of familiar faces, and I feel like it'll be cool, especially on our team. We have a lot of rookies, so it'll be fun to go out and play with them.
You talked about your team. You're on Team Powell. How excited are you to be playing under, anything that any advice he's given you?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't met him yet. Probably meet him in a little bit. So, I mean, he's a Hall of Famer and a really good player. A lot of rings. So, it'll be cool to have him as our coach and just have fun and play hard.
You mentioned your squad, the amount of rookies on the squad. A lot of people think it's the most stacked squad out of the four. What do you think of just the group that you're playing with, Jaden and Paolo and Nolan?
I feel like we got a lot of guys that can get their own shot. A lot of guys that have played really well to start this season. So I feel like we're all excited to go out and play with each other and have a good night. We feel confident in our team. So.
Do you feel there's a target of a bit on your back, seeing that you're, two-time Western Conference Rookie of the Month and whatnot, the success that you've been having? You think some people are going to be looking to give it to you?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of guys are just here to have fun, in a sense. I mean, it's a break to get away from your team, get away from basketball, and just kind of enjoy yourself. So, I mean, the competitive nature is always going to be there, but nah. I mean, I feel like everyone's here to have fun. So. Sure, I don't know. I didn't even thought about anything. I just make some shots, hopefully get some wins, and just have fun. I know my mom's here, and she's having a good time so far. So I don't know. I've just been spending time with them. Yeah, I mean, I feel like he's a guy that a lot of guys idolize growing up and things like that. I mean, we played him 6 times this year already. So the competitive nature is always to go out and beat them. And I mean, he's the best player in the world for a reason. And he's able to, I don't know, he's just a really good player. And I've felt that the last 6 games we played him. So it's been cool that they're in our division, and I'm able to compete against him during the year a lot of times. So.
Has Coach Brown or any of your teammates challenged you for anything tonight, or are they anyone that are going to be sitting there watching you play tonight?
I don't know. Fox was messing with me about him being there, but I don't know. I doubt he'll be there. If he does, that'll be cool. But nah, I mean, they always joke around about how I don't really have much in my bag, but I'm like, I mean, Fox is the one that's going ISO every single time. So, but nah, they joked around a lot during practice and stuff like that. So it's been cool to see.
Just one of my last things for you. How cool is it just to be representing Sacramento? I mean, I know there's 4 of you guys out here this weekend on the team.
Yeah.
4 of the 5 starters here. But, you know, obviously Sacramento was struggling in recent years, and especially getting representation at the All-Star weekend. So now that you are representing the 916, you know, what does this mean to you and to the community?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's really cool. During the draft process, just hearing about where Sacramento is at and their long stretch of All-Stars and playoffs, and I mean, you hear about everything. So I feel like just seeing the NBA recognize us and what we've done so far this season with putting players in the All-Star weekend, I feel like it's a contribution to not only our team but the community and how they supported us throughout this season. So. Yeah. I don't even know. Usually they request food and I somehow get out of eating them, but I went with Domas once. We had like spicy Italian something, pasta. I thought it was pretty good. I don't know if they make that in Iowa, but or if they make it in Iowa, if it's not as good. But if Chris ever comes out here, I'll show him that. So. I'd probably just say our atmosphere. If you come to Sacramento game, it's wild, sells out pretty much every night. So I just think having that atmosphere kind of jolted me and realized that I'm in the NBA, and it's a cool feeling. Top 3, LeBron, Donovan Mitchell, Paul George, probably. Always be on time. I haven't been late yet, so always be on time. Always do your rookie duties. Rookie dinner? Nah, I haven't done that yet, so. Kevin Huerter, because he's the best shooter in the league, one of my best friends, so. The dunk contest, I go Kenyon Martin Jr. I think he's got something in his bag, so.